Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. And in today's video we are going to talk about Jpeg. And without wasting our time, let's start our session. Jpeg, I demonstrate you are going to be amazed. Find out about issues just like the hardly considered progressive reveal or the alike rarer variable compression. And you may even run agreeable and alarm in case you find what those guys in the collective photographic experts group had been brooding about when they got here up with a loosey loosey system of book compression. The benefits are true, and whereas the risk is are also actual. JPEG compressions is in reality only a method of squeezing photographs, no longer a file structure, might not perceptibly abase your photographs if you do not corrupt it. JPEG has competitors, a few different codecs using different compression options able stronger high quality and smaller information together with itself. A draft of the JPEG specification is now purchasable, but we are going to analyze these products like Mr. SID and MTY's WIC yet again. First, let us get acquainted with whatever thing a great deal closer to domestic JPEG. Your digital camera may additionally name your images JPEGs. However, basically it is authoritative info that encompasses JPEG file interchange structure or JFIF. That fundamental pixel structure is always captivated up in a book format that can be proprietary or in keep with the TIF JPEG specification. If or not it's the closing, the EXIF blueprint is likely additionally at work, featuring publicity facts within the tagged attack. But JPEG's job is the abbreviative graphic information. If you are compressed information data with the using of zip or stuffit as an instance, you can also now not recognize a lossy compression like JPEG, but every bit of every byte is a knowledge file is smartly vital. However, you don't steadiness your checkbook with pictures, you examine photographs, and if you can't perceive the detail, it is no longer statistics, it's disk house with the compression thoughts intended for photographs. You could compress your graphic data enormously, devoid of actuality, capable of telling, even though you will have lost some fashion facts. I can inform you that you can also bowl. However, basically, we people perceive baby color adjustments much less accurately than baby alterations in accuracy. Accusation the mind. JPEG has the adroitness to help you come to a decision about just how lots assistance you are inclined to lose in any specific picture. If you are building a basic of pictures, for instance, book size is greater important than photo high quality. You simply want a reminder of what the entire photograph feels like. A sketch, but when you are building an archive of your assignment, the book dimension might be plenty less crucial than grit. They may that you may set JPEG options to achieve either purpose. In the event you save as JPEG, your software constantly presents a sliding scale of alternatives marked on one conclusion by compression and the difference by using grit. However, the calibration is entertaining to every application. In some instance or not, it's numeric from 4 or to 100 or 100. In others or not, it's extensively descriptive, excessive, medium and low. The abridgment of acclimation means that accepting the same outcomes in two applications can crave magical admiral. But this is naked basic. Extra sophisticated JPEG filters like Pro JPEG current each choice as well as an examination of the influence of your settings, and actually capable of storing the settings makes repeatability a breeze. We will evaluate Pro JPEG presently, but meanwhile, which you could download the audience at. You open dropping the information from an image. The second you snap that bang or click the scan button. The actual question is where to attract the road to. A great deal is should. You can see the image abase. You might have doubtless considered this at its affliction on the internet. The place accurate photographs are occasionally very blocky. The master become possibly ever worried about download instances and therefore sacrificed pictures fine. However, until you see the graphic, you might be just enjoying the merits of more efficient file size or attempting surroundings your JPEG compression around on a compression quality scale of up to 100. Keep once again with settings of say 65 and 85, then initiate all three after extenuative word any difference. Essentially, the most important warning other than a ridiculous low satisfactory atmosphere is not to keep with JPEG compression as you re-employed on a picture. Recompressing an altered image loses extra counsel. In case you decompress, edit and recompress on the common satisfactory surroundings, abasement is minimized, especially in low high quality settings. However, you nevertheless lose tips. Do not keep it as JPEG unless you are achieved modifying. Use your utility native format, which commonly additionally offers allowances like layers and alter histories while you crop and adopt the picture or not. It's viable to circle a JPEG without losing any assistance as attempting camera for the Mac OS. At a word about lossless JPEG belief appropriate up there with the unicorn and the cyclops and atlantis, and neatly you get the idea. As soon as a lot of time they change into whatever called lossless JPEGs, but it best compressed to and is now mostly out of date and bottomless through commonplace photo modifying classes like Atlantis. JPEG is in any case about compression. JPEG compression, as you will see under, loses information even in the best quality atmosphere. So in case you desire lossless, you do not desire JPEG. In spirit of the strongly, I ought to point out that Jpeg is about the adventure for a lossless Jpeg. Regrettably, regrettable for the fable, it would not expand Jpeg compression, providing the factor eliminates redundant assistance from your picture. The usage of a repeat after me discrete cosine seriously changes. Delete parts of the image no longer important to human visual perception and OK quantization. 3. Compress the remaining fact y base statical redundancy all collectively Huffman encoding. Optionally, however, usually two intermediaries accomplished might also be concerned color area about face and subsampling. The blocky nature of a JPEG is the absolute effect of the detached cosine radically change or DCT which takes each and every x pixel block and information into numbers that categorize the depth of each pixel block in terms of the others. A calibration this is of the primary quantity is the general of all pixels known as the absolute present or DC. All else sundry else is an addition of that or alternating latest or AC. So, in case you have an X block of blue sky, the primary quantity will characterize that color and the other which do not differ from it will all be off. This step gives an outline of the graphic in frequencies which may be used in quantization with values that are typically higher in the appropriate larboard corner and turn increasingly smaller in other to assist compression. Quantization lowers the numbers that were calculated in DCT through particular price and then boom cycle circuit of the influence. Now watch cautiously what there's annihilation up my sleeve. If the normal for our block is and we bisect it by means of a particular value of we get 4 which circuit 2 and if we now have a V emerge as with a 101 a 101 round down cute. What happens back uh, we've at a we get a 101 angled up and if we have got a we get a 101 a 100 rounded up. When you decompress those customary values of and may be just 2 and the usage of the equal quantization value of call the dequantization for further credit to score. Quantization contains yet another step which is placing the ethics in ascendance adjustment in order that they can be encoded more efficiently as a substitute of announcing we have 6 adopt by using 5s after which one more 3s. It places the entire collectively in front of s. Within the subsequent section of JPEG compression, Huffman encoding eliminates as a great deal bombastic information no longer but as to abridge and calls probably the most frequently acclaimed values via shorter nicknames in case you will. This is a bit like the use of Bill dinner time in preference to William J. Sir Clifton the time for super months as a year. Delay a minute you seize my arm. What about color? You are simply speaking about depth right here, accuracy. You have to mention anything else about color, and whatever or not it's authentic, that the simple manner may be utilized to say everything approach of an RGB image. The purple, eco-friendly and dejected channels, in my view, is never as effective as it might possibly be. It truly is the place the color space about face comes in. Luminance or brightness is nearly always lots more vital in our knowledge of an image than color or chrominance. If you have got Photoshop, are trying to itself yourself, study your abounding color picture in the lab approach and notice if the lightness channel is really simpler to admire than the other two. So your RGB photo is transformed into a special color house like lab, which is what Photoshop makes use of in the event. You convert modes known as YCBRC. Y is the luminance tips, CB is the chrominance dejected, and CR is the chrominance pink color tips. This converter helps compression somewhat, just like a result of many of the guidance is moved into the illuminance approach, cutting back bombastic records within the two color channel. The addition in values within the luminance approach is fairly a little bit greater than within the color channels. Which skills the color channels will also be aerombolism quite a bit of. Subsample, we will quickly take knowledge of your eyes to learn to lessen your sensitivity to contrast in chrominance, so you can eliminate greater color resistance and the usage of a much better component than it would be shroud to do to luminance. Wavelets and fractals are alternatives to the strategies utilized in Jpeg compression. Products using these thought promise but what improved great and great compression, and we are starting to see them pop up now, not simplest in hope list but additionally in Photoshop plugins. That's all for today. If you want to see more videos like this, uh, let me know in comment box. Like my video, share my video, and also subscribe my video. Thank you so much.